tune in. We actually still have a bunch of StarCraft left. We start at the bottom right-hand side of this matchup with our blue Zerg player from Team Liquid TLO. We're actually just not long ago saw him playing this map against Stefano with this gold-based setup. So we'll see if that's something utilizes here on Lotus as we have to the top right-hand side. The Green Terran player, only 17 years of age. It's Aqueron. He's a cool kid. He's been very nice and very excited just to get the opportunity to play, actually. So great to have him here competing today. Let's see. I mean, you already took a map off Stefano. Let's see if you can do the same against TLO as we get into this on Lotus now. Again, if you're excited for tomorrow's group, then let me know as well. Alazer, Denver, Clem, Insane, and Mana go head-to-head in tomorrow's group as they'll be scrapping for the final 3 playoff places. Again, actually by the end of the day, we'll have a few of the matchups set up for the playoffs, so we'll already be somewhat aware of generally what will be going on. So yeah, excited for a little bit of that as we set up the Reaper on the way down. So Reaper opening to get started here from Aqueron. Lotus by the Music 246. If you don't know the Music, he actually made 16-bit, which was a very successful map in the last map contest, taking home a victory. He also made Extraction, which is not a map we've seen yet today. But it is a map that I was actually a big fan. I really like Extraction for some reason. I've really been enjoying the games on Extraction. And, well, we will see it at some point today, I'll tell you that much. It will be coming up in one of the maps, so, as one of the series. So, we'll see it at some stage, don't you worry. I'm going to talk a bit more about it there. But yeah, he also made this map, Lotus, which, again, I've actually been enjoying this as well for the most part, as we do see the Reaper just going to go and start picking away at a couple of Zerglings. So a little bit of damage being done as we do see the factory is on the way up on the other side of the map from Aqueron, getting that ready to roll. What's up, Eshplode, coming in with the face trade TP Ratata. How's it going? It's a simple one as well. Ratata, question mark at Wardy. I don't know if you're asking me Ratata, as in what's with all the Ratatas lately, or if you're just joining, if you're already in on the meme. But Ratata right back at you. Proud UD alum, car is fixed, dude. Good to hear. Glad to hear. And yeah, thanks for joining us while your car's been getting fixed. Glad we could entertain you. Now, obviously, this map is close by air, but further by ground. Later in the game, these rocks going down are obviously going to be pretty important in terms of how you're going to be able to push. Watchtower on this right hand side can be taken at that stage as well, and well, Watchtower on the left means that this pathway here is the only one that's really difficult to watch. Now we do have the few SCVs getting set up onto the natural, a few Hellions from Aqueron joining up on the ramp as well. Cloak on the way, so we'll see if he actually makes a Banshee. For now, it's just Hellions and a Medivac, so looking to maybe try and get some drops going in the near future. Hellions coming down to the south side of the main, so obviously, I like this actually, really putting, the map to use here. I'm just going to be seeing this Medivac looking to pick up those Hellions, and yeah, looking to use the close by air feature of this map with this Hellion drop heading toward the main base. So Hellion's going to be dropping into the main very shortly here, as we do see those drones obviously just kind of spreading themselves between the bases. TLO in his main really doesn't have much at all. 2 queens. Sorry, he's got 5 queens and 2 lings on the map, and those 2 lings are going to go down instantly, so he's really not ready for this, but man, Aqueron just backs away. Just the way he microed there wasn't the best, and he maybe could have dove in for a little bit more damage with how underprepared TLO was. TLO has caught a break there. Very fortunately for himself now. And Armory coming up, this is starting to look a bit like mech. And we did see Euthermal yesterday playing on this map, did play a lot of a mech, a very kind of mech heavy style. So mech definitely something which I think works well on this map. And why is that, you may ask? Well, 3-4 bases come up very easily. And then just in general, the pushes are very powerful on this map with mech compared to Bio, where it's actually kind of hard to rally push in towards a bottom left 4th base. It just doesn't really work. Maybe if you took 3rd base here and a forward 4th as a Bio Terran, you could push down into a 4th, but it's still not easy. So it's just much easier to get the the kind of position you need to be in with mech rather than Bio, it feels like. some Diesel MP from some Ratatas around as well. Symbol was already in on the meme, just loving some Ratata. Ay. Mom, it's not a phase. I was born to be a Ratata. I'm never going to be in the I'm never going to be able to recreate the amazingness that was that code. Honestly, like, I really, Queen's going to be transfusing each other here as one Queen goes down. This Hellbat attack. Sorry, you do have to focus up on this, guys. This is obviously pretty serious. Lings do make their way forwards now. A lot of Hellbats. They got that third hatchery low. Queens are going to keep dropping. More Lings going down too. TLO. Now the Cloak Banshee shows up, and well, there is 2 Spore Crawlers. He is pretty well covered in that regard. We have got these Hellbats continuing to come on in here. Oh no, drones are transferring into the Hellbats. TLO's going to lose some workers. Well, that's the last few Hellbats that are in this mineral line, but 5 workers going down that maybe didn't need to go down. TLO cleans up, but wow, that was not easy as Aqueron takes the gold base beforehand, just after this. Nicely done. Diesel MP enjoying the new Rifkata emote. Rifkata, I choose you. The problem with Rifkin Rattata is that, I think one of my favorite abilities of Rattata is Bite. How's Rifkin gonna bite? He just lost all his teeth. Rifkin Rattata is a dying breed of Rattata. Can't bite, can't fight. What's it gonna do? Feels bad, man. Yeah, if you don't know the Rattata, I mean, you really just had to be watching Base Trade TV yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you all. It's not really worth explaining otherwise. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I was just saying as this Banshee will come forward, there's just that's what I'm going to say before we fully focus on the game. We really, I'm never going to be in that kind of stupid mindset and in that sort of like just moment. I'm not going to be in that moment again to just scream the whole "it's not a phase, I was born a Rattata" in the same way to have such an effect. That was really once in a lifetime moment, I have to say. Ay. Anyways, guys, few drones actually going down here. This Banshee will get cleaned out without getting the Queen kill as well. A little bit unfortunate. And as we do see, Mutilus on the way from TLO. So, Muta's not usually the best against mech, especially because of the 4 drops being a very common way to set up. And there are 4s on the map. There's 1 4 here, and there's another 4 elsewhere. And there's only 1 fight. I just feel like the Mutas usually get cleaned up so quickly. But you know what? No Medivacs to carry those 4s, because it's not actually a 4 drop. It was a very heavy Hellbat opener. There's a Medivac now, but I think these Mutas will have a small window of opportunity to actually get across and to deal some real damage. If you can get around and kind of kill a bunch of SCVs on the gold base, for example, you can definitely make up for this tech choice, even if the 4s will eventually clean this up. This map is cool, but you feel like you need some neutral turrets, says Daedalus05 in the chat, dude. Not even sure how serious you are right now, as we see some Lings going to back away off over to the left-hand side. What's going to be having those gathering together, of course. The Overlord heads in towards the main, being pushed here by this Viking. It will fall. You just get, a scout. I mean, what more do you need to see, though? You know it's mech already. It is actually come forward to help clean out a couple of Hellions, so now that it is all revealed. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't really show them just yet, because we don't see any. I mean, I guess there's no engineering bay, but I feel like if. Okay, there we go. Missile turret on the way up, so he does know about the Mutas. It's just the Mutas aren't being used that aggressively at all just yet. TLO again, 77 to 67 workers. He's happy with that at the moment. 8 turrets now on the way as Aqueron realizes he really needs to set up against these Mutalists. And primarily here, doesn't want to let these Mutas get into the main, because that's when they can start really becoming an annoyance, Well, there's that 4 dropping into the main to start cleaning these out, and another 4 pops out. So far again, I feel like TLO didn't make the most of the chance he had with these Mutalisks. Backing away at the moment. A lot of drop loads getting set up here as TLO is going to start loading his roaches and Lings into this. Looks as though he will be dropping and may just accompany this with the Mutas. Again, TLO making use of the close by air distance from main to main. I love it. Remember, guys, there's prize money on the line just for kind of having cool plays which make use of the map features. If these drops are a success, I think it could be a really big, I think it could be a really good example of what we could see. First Overlord, man. It's a shame that that Overlord goes down with units inside, especially when there's empty Overlords off to the side. With Lings and Roaches here to fight the 4s as well, these Mutas can come in more easily, but oh, the 4s get the first shots. But the Mutas already going down. TLO is just going to have to lift up and get out of there. Unsuccessful so far. Now we do see Corruptors on the way up, as well as Swarm Hosts. TLO making use of both of these at the moment. He never took this gold base, by the way, interestingly. He does. Ooh, he does have the drop lords, though. And again, you can drop units off in this position. This gold base starting to mine out, though. Otherwise, I would have said Swarm Hosts dropping here and dropping Locust onto that mineral line could have been a pretty cool use of the map. Anyways, not a lot of the far left-hand side of the map being seen just yet. Mostly just the bases which the players have taken. TLO for the bottom side 4 bases. Aqueron with a different 4th base on that gold, obviously feeling comfortable to defend it at the moment. You can run across this bridge. This bridge can be walked on. You can move across this bridge once the golds are mined out. That is a feature of the map. It's pretty cool. It's just we haven't been able to see that yet. Bats, tanks, and 4s starting to move down toward the south side. Mutalisks and Roaches going to jump on the missile turret here, and it's going to be able to pick that off. Going to start working his way through this planetary fortress as well. There's a big mech army though from Aqueron, TLO. I have to say, like, we've got 4 Swarm Hosts that have been sort of just, you know, throwing themselves over this side. Some Locusts now and again. Again, using the position available on the map nicely. Broodlords are seen by Aqueron, but boy, is he going to get some damage done already. I mean, a hatchery going down. 10 workers killed to make up for the workers that are going down to these mutas, but those mutas are starting to fall also. I don't think they're going to survive long enough. Okay, he'll kill 1 4, but I don't think he kills both. I think the 4 wins out that fight in the end. Continue to move across. We are going to be seeing some Broodlings dropping down. The Locust going to join the fray as well to clean up whatever possible. I mean, the issue is for Aqueron, he just can't get in range of those Broodlords. If he could probably take them down with +2 mech weapons on the 4s. Swarmers trying to be used to body block the 4s in, just to try and deal some more damage here, but they are going to be able to escape. It costs TLO some Swarmers. He gets another 4. Oh my god, Roxy actually going to cause this to be kind of a little bit of a cornered army. Gets one of those 4s, realizes he won't get another, so he just goes for the siege tank instead. Here come the Broodlings. The Broodlords have caught up, so dropping on down once more now. Queen's transfusing the Broodlords to keep them alive. Full cleanup by TLO, and suddenly Aqueron doesn't have a lot, as TLO will start marching his way back toward the upper right-hand side of the map. So pushing in towards the upper right once again. TLO is going to get aggressive, as we do see, well, a couple of tanks, 4s, Hellions all joined up together, some more Vikings on the way through now as well at the moment. And here we go, just going to be seeing a few Ravagers morphing in, the Broodlords dropping down. 1 tank already cleaned out, a few Hellions morphing into Hellbats here as well. And the Vikings going to start pushing forwards, looking for another couple of Broodlord kills. We'll get one of them here right away. Looking for a second. There's a couple of Broodlords being picked away at. Again, tanks and 4s moving over. Corruptors fighting against some of those Vikings as well. And we will see Broodlords are once again dropping down Broodlings on towards these tanks. And I mean, TLO just has too much at this point. We kind of saw that it was going to be inevitability where Aqueron wasn't going to be able to hold. But TLO has arrived, and now he will just clean this up. The Broodlords unanswered for. I mean, again, there's a few Vikings, but there's so many Queens for anti-air. That's GG, and TLO will pick up the first game against Aqueron. Still on TLO versus Stefano. Obviously, it was a pretty quick game there. TLO. No, you're on there for TLO versus Stefano? I feel like that was a complete lie. TLO versus Hellraiser, yes, and it wasn't a quick game. They're still aggressive, though, out of TLO, which is interesting, because this is meant to be a macro-focused map. And you were still able to break Hellraiser in that situation. To the top left-hand side, our blue Zerg from Team Liquid is TLO. And he did just grab the first game of this. This is the bottom right. Our green Terran player, give it up for Black Knights Aqueron. Game 2, and uh-oh! Barracks are not being built on the correct side of the map. Barracks coming up to the top here at the moment, and that's going to be a little bit of a frustration. That's going to be a little bit of an annoyance for TLO. He's going to have to deal with this. Now, this is how Aqueron took a map off Stefano. If TLO drops a map to Aqueron here as well, it will start to put him in a position where he may not be able to advance from this group in first place. Again, after this, we have TLO versus Art. Then Art versus Aqueron to wrap up the day to really see where these players finish. Remember, all of these players get paid out for this event, no matter where you finish. $25 minimum $50 fourth place in the group. You advance to the round of 12, you get $100. $150 for top 8. Top 4, $250. Second place, $500. First place, $1,000. Plus the $700 prize for the best use of the maps. Don't think that's going to be seen here. The 4 racks is not really, making much use of the map at all. As we get this going. Bit scared about medevac drops on that bridge. You can't defend with lings. Yeah, I think that's why TLO didn't take the gold base, right? Whereas we have seen the gold base in other matchups by TLO today, so. Wardy, Ratata, says Karago and Nefesh. I love that I'm just sat here casting, chilling out with you all, and everyone just keeps coming in the chat and like, Wardy, Ratata! Thanks, guys. How you doing? Glad to see some people that were here last night on ZvT. Hope you're all doing well. Marines and SCVs are heading towards the natural expansion. They're gonna go for this as we get this ready to go. What's up, Excited Easy? Coming in with the 100 bits. Love you, Wardy. Hashtag no homo. Love you too, bro. Thank you so much for them 100 bitty bits. Thanks for supporting the channel. Well, Bunker comes down, and here we go. Stefano, he held with 2. Well, he tried to hold with 2 spines, but he lost the spines. I feel like he lost a lot of lings too quickly as well. TLO tries to throw down Crypt Tumor in the back. This Queen, I think he knows, is just going to go down. Crypt Tumor will die. I'm not sure if he is really looking to keep anything alive here. As you do see these Marines starting to make their way through the natural expansion. The 2 spine crawls will get ready to come down to the low ground to try and push these Marines away. Couple lings picked up already. Again, that hatch going to be falling in just a moment. So TLO gives up the hatch. He doesn't try and defend it as much as Stefano did. Just wait until he's set up onto the couple of spines. He'll bring these down with the lings most likely and try and break his way back into his natural expansion. A couple more lings killed off as they spawn. Let's get one SCV and, well, they're actually going to get past these Marines. That shouldn't have happened here. Oh, that's an issue. Oh my god, is Zergan going to hold the position on the wall? That means actually it's going to be very difficult for, in fact, it's going to be impossible for Aqueron to wall off. And these lings are going for the counterattack up the ramp. These Marines are going to dive. The spine crawlers, though, have done some good damage already. Drones are pulled to keep on fighting those Marines. And with TLO knowing that he's going to deal damage over here and get SCV kills, he's happy to lose a few drones to help defend this attack. Lings and Queens now should be enough. And as TLO works his way through the work account, that is just going to be game, actually. TLO takes game number